I mean, we just weren't decisive enough into like actually retaking vision on any timers, and we were just content with kind of just chilling. And yeah, that's just a bad mindset to have. We just need to play to retake a lot earlier. We're not gonna go to Korea because we went before the season. Um, we're waiting for Seos and his visa situation to be resolved.
All right, well, I'm joined with Contractz after an unfortunate defeat to Team Liquid, basically knocking us out of the split. We'll see you guys again in April, I think April 5th or something like that. Um, First, it's a cliche question, but I kind of want to know how you're feeling right after the loss.
I think it definitely sucks to lose these games because um, it doesn't really feel too out of reach in terms of like how we approach the game and how the games play out for like the first 15 minutes or so. But we really crumble when it comes to lane assignments and playing mid game, and we're kind of get confused and like pretty dizzy and put a lot of pressure on ourselves to like just like kind of follow their tempo and move at their pace. But we're really never making them move at our pace. So I think in that regard, it's pretty feels pretty bad just because it feels like they're just kind of running around on us. But we should be able to be in a position to um, accelerate the game. So it sucks, but um, still looking forward to next split. Um, I think we have good things to build on.
I do want to ask about the whole like accelerating the game and feeling dizzy. That was a common theme. I know you weren't on Shopify last year, but that was a pretty common theme with Shopify last year, where it just felt like we kind of died at some point and just couldn't do anything. Not like the character died, but like the team just didn't know what to do, and we were losing like thousands of golds because we were getting out macroed by basically every team. And I know this is a different team, but this team has a lot more veterans. You've been playing since season 7. Palafox is playing LTS since like season 11 or something. Fudge as well. So like my question is, when you have a lot of veterans, what needs to happen for you guys to have better mid games and not feel lost and dizzy?
I think it just kind of stems from what we want to play for in the game. Especially when like identifying if we're up tempo or down tempo. What lane assignments do we want? Like I think that game we had our bot duel versus Zero for about 3 minutes, and we should be able to recognize that like we can't do anything versus this guy. We need to change it up and uh, create a strong side. And I just feel like it's definitely like on me as well for not being as like um, decisive in terms of like the communication around what we're playing for. Um, but I think it's just like a combination of like people relaying info and then um, just ultimately just making a decision. But it just felt like we are just a little bit lost. So going forward, definitely just need to put a lot more focus into um, and how we play mid game.
All right, I did want to touch a little bit on like game one and game two separately. Game one, I think the cast was saying like it's just pretty much a slaughter. I did want to ask you like, how did playing game one feel? Because it really felt like there was nothing we could do, and we kind of were just letting them do everything, and we were reacting. And basically, since Dragon, the first Dragon, I know that like maybe you can run me through like what the communication was for that play, and like I know it didn't end up well, but yeah, what were your thoughts on like how you guys played in game one?
So game one, I actually thought I had a pretty good start to the game. I thought I played my first round pretty well. Um, and even leading up to the dragon situation, I think we just mis executed a little bit there. But I feel like we were in a pretty favorable position for the first six minutes or so, and um, I think after that dragon play, and then I failed my top play when they were on grubs. After that, like our champs are just pretty weak and heavily rely on like getting items, specifically from like Ori and Quirky 2 items. Um, so once we're like down pace and down tempo, um, it's just kind of playing catch up and like hoping that they give us an angle, which Rumble did a few times. But um, yeah, I think ultimately like that game was kind of blown open by those 2 plays. So um, I think after that, it's just trying to stop the bleeding as much as possible and just kind of get as much gold as you can without losing too much. And um, definitely, definitely misplayed that a little bit, but um, yeah, after the initial, it just felt pretty hard to play.
And with game two, it felt a lot better just watching it. 2v2 kill, top lane solo kill. You have Akali TPing to kill the Azir. It was like going relatively well, and then we kind of just gave three objectives in a row and fight like after it. Reddit is full of comments. The Twitter is full of comments of like, how could we possibly just give Atakhan like that? What happened on you guys' end during the game?
I mean, we just didn't create a strong side, and we got choked out of vision a lot, and we were also low tempo, so we just were really never able to retake. And I had a possibility, or like I knew the possibility of Oliver being on it alone for a while because he just doesn't take any damage from it, while their laners are showing on lane, and then um, I mean, we just weren't decisive enough into like actually retaking vision on any timers, and we were just content with kind of just chilling. And yeah, that's just a bad mindset to have. We just need to play to retake a lot earlier.
All right. I want to just like moving forward, looking forward. Obviously, it sucks that we're not going to see you guys play anymore, and that you kind of put all this effort going into the split in 3 weeks and it's over. But moving forward, I hear rumors of teams like going to boot camp in Korea. Do you guys know what like your plans are going to be? Where you're going to go?
We're not gonna go to Korea because we went before the season. Um, we're waiting for Seos and his visa situation to be resolved, and once he comes over to LA, then we're gonna start practicing again. So, just waiting on that.
All right. And is there a possibility? I know the idea of like streaming scrims, and I know that Revan and Palafox both said, yeah, we're quite open to the idea. Is there a possibility of that happening during the off season?
I have no idea.
You have no. Are you
It's
for or against the idea? Like, how do you feel about streaming
I'm
scrims?
I'm indifferent. I'm not sure.
Indifferent.
I don't really have much of a comment on it, to be honest.
Did you
Just
watch
going
the
with the
stream
flow.
scrims that
Yeah, I
fly
did.
in?
It was pretty good content, honestly. I think like just seeing how each team communicates with each other and how they relay information, and how they use the information to then make their decision on how they want to play is interesting. I think. Um, I mean, I only benefited from it, so definitely not opposed to it. For sure. I think, yeah, it's just productive. But then again, it also is tricky. It's just a tricky situation, I think.
Do you feel like if you were playing against FlyQuest, who's playing like Dig? Do you feel like they could actually get a discernible advantage of like, hey, we only did this because we saw the streams of their scrims, or is it something more like you improve personally, or like how do you get a competitive advantage from watching someone
I
stream
mean,
their
you can
scrims?
just see like their tendencies and how they think and what they prioritize and draft. Obviously, it's probably not one to one. Maybe they changed it up for this next week, but um, it's only one scrim block. But I mean, there's definitely things that you can take away for sure that give you an advantage.
All right. My next question, just basically around the team and the team environment. I know it's been more than 3 weeks. You guys have played with each other, but overall, how are like the vibes? Last week, it seemed like Revan just on the player cams. Whenever they would show like the coach cams, and even after the games, like he was jumping up and down. He was like so stressed. How is the vibe of the team? Like, how are you guys all acclimating to this environment?
No, the vibe's good. Everyone's super troll. Like B Boy is a troll. Zayzal's a troll. Fudge is like a hidden troll, but he's kind of more reserved with it. Um, and Christian is also a troll, but I feel like he's a little bit more serious at times. And I'm just kind of the quiet guy.
You're not a
Um,
troll.
I mean, I can partake, but I'm more of a listener. I'm a bystander.
All right, that's fair. Um, can we get some words for the fans who are disappointed with the loss but looking forward to seeing you guys play next split?
Yeah, obviously it's not the performance that we wanted to show. I don't think anyone is like proud of how we played and what we showed on stage, but I know that everyone is going to put their best foot forward to making sure that we don't give performances like this. So I'm excited. Sales will be here, and I want to create like a good jungle support synergy, and I think that we can be a scary duo. So yeah, I'm just looking forward to it.
All right. I hope you guys do well. I hope the practice goes well. Sayos gets here, and we kind of pop off going next split.
Cool. Appreciate it. Thank you for the
All
interview.
right, man. No problem. Thanks for doing it. I know it sucks after a loss.
That's so good.
All
It
right.
happens.
Take care.
Cool.
Peace.
Thank you.
Ah, this sucks, man. This sucks. What can I say? I thought even if okay, let me use words here. Game one was very disappointing to see. Like the way the game got blown open and we just didn't have much to do. Game two, like the fact that we kind of threw that game, it just if game one was more like game two, honestly, I wouldn't be as disappointed or as sad. But yeah, it sucks as a Shopify fan for that to happen. Obviously, Team Liquid's a strong team, and the reports of Team Liquid's demise were heavily exaggerated by myself included. I was hoping we would show up a little stronger, but we didn't. It is what it is, and yeah, just gotta wait until April, I guess. But I am excited to see what happens, with the LTA going or both conferences playing against each other. Uh, yeah, not much to say, not much to ask. It sucks.